Sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Homage to my teacher, Yoga Swami Mahasi.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Because of our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, today we know that to escape from this samsara, we should realize 4 truths. What are those truths? 4 noble truths. Supreme Buddha taught these 4 noble truths to the human world and Deva's world. How many steps are there to understand 4 noble truths? There are 4 steps. First one is Arahantship. Second one is as an Anagami. Third step is as a Sakadagami. Next one is as a
Sotapanna.
Then Supreme Buddha teaches us, if somebody wants to attain Sotapanna fruit in this very life, he should practice 4 things continuously without stopping. How many things? 4 things. First one is, so what is the purpose of practicing these 4 things? To attain Sotapanna fruit. To escape from hell, animal world and ghost world. To get the assurance as a noble disciple at the initial stage. The 4 things are known as Sotapatti Anga. First one is, he should practice or he should develop this first factor continuously. First factor is Kalyana Mitta, the association with Kalyana Mitta, with noble friends. To attain Sotapanna fruit in this very life. Second factor is Saddhamma Savana. Supreme Buddha teaches us he should develop, he should practice again and again. What is that factor? Listening to the true Dhamma. Third factor is Yoniso Manasikara, wise consideration or investigation according to that Dhamma. He should practice it again and again. He should develop that factor. Fourth one is Dhamma Dhamma Patipanna. Trying to understand this Dhamma by following the Noble Eightfold Path. These are 4 factors. If somebody, wherever he lives in this world, if somebody wants to attain Sotapanna fruit with the initial knowledge of 4 Noble Truths, he or she should practice, develop these 4 factors again and again without stopping. As a result of practicing these 4 factors continuously, then he will be able to attain Sotapanna fruit. Then Supreme Buddha teaches, if somebody wants to attain Sakadagami fruit in this very life, he should practice and develop 4 factors continuously without stopping. How many factors?
4.
4 factors. First one is Kalyanamitta, Saddhamma Savana, Yoniso Manasikara, Dhammandam, Patipada. What are these factors? Same
20.
4 factors. Then Supreme Buddha teaches us, if somebody wants to attain Anagami fruit in this very life, he should practice these same 4 factors. If somebody wants to attain Arahanship in this very life, he should practice these same 4 factors without stopping. Is it clear? So these 4 factors are very important to our life, to use this opportunity as a rare opportunity. Wise consideration is very important. With the help of the Kalyanamitta, when we listen to that Dhamma, these 2 factors are external factors. Association with Kalyanamitta and listening to Dhamma are external factors. Then Yoniso Manasikara is an internal factor. Internal factor means you should investigate that Dhamma by yourself. When we use our Yoniso Manasikara, wise consideration, it is very important to think in the direct way that Supreme Buddha has taught us. And we should be clever and wise to identify that thinking pattern. Means, now when we live in this society, we see many things, we hear many things, we have to deal with many things. But if we have the Yoniso Manasikara as an internal factor, as a strong factor in our life, we should be clever not to struggle with those things. We should be clever not to take those external things to our life as problems, as obstacles, or as barriers. Because we cannot control the external world. Can you understand? We cannot control the external world. That is why we practice that impermanent meditation. That is why Supreme Buddha has advised us. With our Yoniso Manasikara, we should realize we cannot control the external world. If we could control the external world, then there wouldn't be suffering in this world. But wise consideration means it has a deep meaning. Through all these things, we cannot run or we cannot hide from those things. But there should be that ability in our life, that wise consideration, to identify the things. What are the things that essential for my life and important for my life, useful for my life? And what are the things that I shouldn't pay attention? What are the wholesome things? What are the unwholesome things? There should be a great ability to that. Otherwise our time is wasting. That ability is known as the wide mind. In Pali, parittan chittan means narrow mind. Narrow mind means his thinking pattern is very narrow. He cannot identify, he cannot use his thinking pattern to develop his mindfulness and to develop his efforts to identify the beneficial things to his life, not to waste his time. He struggled with many things and he wastes his time because of his ayoniso manasikara, unwise consideration. But if somebody has a wide mind, appamana citta, wide mind, as a clever person, as a wise person, he can use his wise consideration not to waste his time, to develop every moment to realize Four Noble Truths. Because Four Noble Truths is not something apart from this life. Supreme Buddha explains suffering, its origin, its cessation, and then the path leading to the cessation of suffering is in this life with consciousness, in this body. Four Noble Truths here. But the thing is, it is not easy to realize that these Four Noble Truths are within us. So we should develop our mindfulness, effort and the knowledge to realize it. But what do we do is always we try to settle external world. We think that we could have controlled the external world. But it is not a realistic thing. That is why there is a quality in this Dhamma, Opanayika. Opanayika means this Dhamma should be taken into your life. Then you should investigate through your life, not from others' lives or not from external things. Can you understand? So if somebody can develop that ability, then he or she will have that, what kind of mind? Wide mind. Today we have to chant Kayanupassana, the first meditation. First meditation means, now we have chanted how many meditations? 13 meditations so far. Today we have the 14th one. but the first one of Kayanupassana. We came from the end. So today we have the first one. In one sutta, Supreme Buddha teaches us, meritorious monks, this Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana, these four foundations of mindfulness have been understood by me alone, without anyone's help. And the knowledge arose in me, vision arose in me, I arose in me, knowledge arose in me. This is the four foundations of mindfulness. This is Kayanupassana. Knowledge arose in me. And then Supreme Buddha explains, I had never heard before about this four foundations of mindfulness. So these meditations are not simple things. Ordinary people cannot teach. And what is the importance of these meditations? If somebody practices these meditations in the correct way, then all these advice are directed to realize Four Noble Truths. And this is the shortest way. No one can teach another short way. This is the shortest way, because Supreme Buddha teaches this Dhamma based on an extraordinary knowledge. So if we can practice these meditations, then it is very important to realize Four Noble Truths, as our great teacher Supreme Buddha teaches us. Today we have the Anapana section, mindfulness of breathing meditation, to develop right mindfulness, one factor of Noble Eightfold Samma Sati. What is today we are going to chant? Breathing meditation. This is the correct way to do the breathing meditation in order to realize Four Noble Truths. Say after me. Kathancha bhikkhave bhikkhu,
Kathancha bhikkhave bhikkhu,
Kāye kāyanupassī viharati,
Kāye kāyanupassī viharati,
Idha bhikkhave bhikkhu,
Ida bhikkhave bhikkhu,
Aranyagato
Aranyagato
Rukkhamūlagato
Rukkhamūlagato
Suññāgāragato
Suññāgāragato
Nisīdati pallaṅkaṅ ābhujitva,
Nisidati
pallaṅkaṅ ābhujitva, Ujum kāyaṅ panidhāya,
Ujum kāyaṅ panidhāya,
Parimukhaṅ satiṅ upaṭṭhapetva,
Parimukhaṅ satiṅ upaṭṭhapetva.
And how meritorious monks
And how meritorious monks
does a bhikkhu live,
does a bhikkhu live,
contemplating the body as a body.
contemplating the body as a body.
Here a bhikkhu
Here a bhikkhu
gone to the forest
go to the forest
or to the root of a tree,
or or to the root of a tree,
or to an empty hut,
or to an empty hut,
sits down,
sit down,
having folded his legs crosswise, set his body erect, and established mindfulness upon breathing. So sato assa sati,
so sato assa sati,
sato passa sati,
sato passa sati,
dighang va assa santo,
dighang va assa santo,
dighang assa samiti pajanati,
dighang assa
miti pajanati, dighang va passa santo,
dighang va passa santo,
dighang passa samiti,
dighang passa samiti,
pajanati,
pajanati,
rassang va assa santo,
rassang va assa santo,
rassang assa samiti,
rassang assa samiti,
pajanati,
pajanati,
rassang va passa santo,
rassang va passa santo,
rassang passa samiti,
rassang passa samiti,
pajanati.
pajanati.
Now this is the first step of breathing meditation. Okay, now he went to an empty hut, means empty room or under a tree, and now having sit down, sitting body erect. Now he is going to do the breathing meditation. This is the first step. Ever mindful, he breathes in.
He breathes in.
Mindful, he breathes out.
Mindful, he breathes out.
Breathing in long,
Breathing in long,
he knows.
he knows.
I breathe in long.
I breathe in long.
Breathing in short,
Breathing in short,
he knows.
he knows.
I breathe in short.
I breathe in short.
Breathing out short,
Breathing out short,
he knows.
he knows.
I breathe out short.
I breathe out short.
Is it clear? This is the first step. He pays his attention to natural breathing. Now, pajanati. Pajanati means knows. He knows. What does he know?
Breathing.
Yes, when he breathes out
Short.
in long and short, he knows that difference in that natural breathing. This is the second part. Sabbakaya patisangvedi,
Sabbakaya patisangvedi,
assa sissamiti sikkhati,
assa siksamiti sikkati.
Sabbakaya patisangvedi,
Sabbakaya patisangvedi,
passa sissamiti sikkhati,
passa siksamiti sikkati.
Passambhayang kaya sankharang,
Passambhayang kaya sankharang,
assa sissamiti sikkhati,
Assa siksāmīti sikkati.
Passambhayan kāya saṅkhāraṁ.
Passambhayan kāya saṅkhāraṁ.
Passa sissāmīti sikkati.
Assa siksāmīti sikkati.
Okay, now continuously he practices that first step. What is the first step? Paying attention to his natural breathing. When he does this continuously, when he practices this, then he trains. Let's see, Supreme Buddha teaches us. He trains thus.
He trains thus.
Experiencing the whole body,
Experience the whole body.
I will breathe in.
I will breathe in.
He trains thus.
He trains thus.
Experiencing the whole body,
Experiencing the whole body.
I will breathe out.
I will breathe out.
He trains thus.
He trains thus.
Calming down the bodily sankhara,
Calming down the bodily sankhara.
I will breathe in.
I will breathe in.
He trains thus.
He trains thus.
Calming down the bodily sankhara,
Calming down the bodily sankhara.
I will breathe out.
I will breathe out.
Now, what is this? When he practices continuously, that when he is paying attention to that natural breathing, then he identifies that his rough nature of that breathing is getting calm. He trains means he trains calming down the bodily sankhara means in breathing and out breathing. Bodily sankhara. Kaya sankhara. Kaya sankhara means in breathing and out breathing. Now, calming down bodily sankhara means calming down breathing. I will breathe in. He trains us. Calming down bodily sankhara, calming down breathing, I will breathe out. He trains. Is it clear? Now Supreme Buddha teaches us this step with simile. This is the simile. Say after me. Seyathapi bhikkhave.
Seyathapi bhikkhave.
Dakho bhamakaro va.
Dakho bhamakaro va.
Bhamakarante vasiva.
Bhamakarante vasiva.
Digham va anchanto.
Digham va anchanto.
Digham anchamiti.
Digham anchamiti.
Ajanati.
Ajanati.
Rassang va anchanto.
Rassang va anchanto.
Rassang anchamiti.
Rassang anchamiti.
Ajanati.
Ajanati.
Very simple simile. We can understand it. Say after me. Meritorious monks,
Meritorious monks,
just as
a
skilled turner
skilled turner
or his apprentice,
always apprentice.
when making a long turn,
When making a long turn,
knows, I make a long turn.
I make a long turn.
When making a short turn,
When making a short turn,
knows,
knows,
I make a short turn.
I make a short turn.
This is the simile. Do you know about that turner who works with wood?
Blacksmith?
Turner means like a carpenter.
Carpenter.
When he wants to smooth
The
the
wood, right?
woods, he uses that instrument,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he makes a long turn, he knows,
It's long.
yes, I make a long turn. When he makes a short turn, he knows, I make a short turn.
Really.
Naturally, he knows that. Now, Supramuda explains that when the noble disciple does the breathing meditation, this is the same thing. What is that thing? Now, Blessed One explains. So too, breathing in long, a bhikkhu knows. I breathe in long. Breathing in short, he knows. I breathe in short. Breathing out short, he knows. I breathe out short. Can you understand? Then he trains thus, experiencing the whole body. I will breathe in. Experiencing the whole body. I will breathe out. He trains thus, calming down the bodily sankhara. I will breathe in. He trains thus, calming down the kaya sankhara. I will breathe out. Iti ajjhattang va kaye. Kayanupassī viharati. Bahiddha va kaye. Kayanupassī viharati. Ajjhat bahiddha va kaye. Kayanupassī viharati. In this way, he lives contemplating the body as a body internally. He lives contemplating the body as a body externally. He lives contemplating the body as a body, both internally and externally. Now he knows, like in his life, when in the way he breathes in and out, other all beings, they breathe in and breathe out in the same way. And all beings have an impermanent breathing. Can you understand? Now he has that knowledge. Samudaya dhammanupassīva. Kāyasmiṃ viharati. Vaya dhammanupassīva.
Vaya Dhammanupassiva
Kayasmin viharati
Kayasmin viharati
Samudaya vaya dhammanupassiva
Samudaya Vaya Dhammanupassiva
Kayasmin viharati
Kayasmin viharati.
He lives contemplating
He lives contemplating
arising of the body.
arising of the body.
He lives contemplating
He lives contemplating
cessation of the body.
cessation of the body.
He lives contemplating
He lives contemplating
both arising and
both arising and
cessation of the body.
cessation of the body.
Now here meaning is, now he has a knowledge about arising and cessation of this body with this breathing. Means without realizing Four Noble Truths, because beings think that I breathe in, I breathe out, that with that notion of self. Now when we breathe in and breathe out, we think I am breathing, I am breathing out. Because of that ignorance, we have the craving for this body, and this in and out breathing is a part of this body. That is why it is known as Kaya Sankhara. Last week we discussed that from the, what is that sutta? Chula Vedana Sutta. What is the reason to known as this Kaya Sankhara as Kaya Sankhara? Bound with body, a part of body. So, because we haven't understood or realized the real nature of this body as a conditioned body, we think I am breathing in, I am breathing out. And we have the craving for this body, taking as myself and mine, and we have the craving for this breathing. Because of this ignorance and craving, again and again, we have to be born in this samsara. It is the arising of body. So he has that knowledge. Can you understand? It is called samudaya. The arising of this suffering with this body, with the arranging of dependent origination. This is the arising. So he has that knowledge when he does this breathing meditation. Then now he has the knowledge that if somebody realizes Four Noble Truths with that knowledge, when he abandons the ignorance with that true knowledge, he doesn't consider this body as mine, myself. So he knows there is only an impermanent breathing in this body. So now he doesn't have the ignorance and craving to this body and to the breathing. So now in that Arhat's life, there is not an arranging of dependent origination. So it is the cessation of body. Is it clear? It is the cessation of suffering. Now can you understand? Now breathing meditation is not a simple meditation. Now can you understand Supreme Buddha's all meditations are directed to realize Four Noble Truths? Is it clear now? Yes, so it is very important to practice this meditation in that correct way. So if we practice a meditation like in a different way, that without using this direct way, if somebody may practice this breathing meditation by counting this breathing 1 and 2, is wrong. There will be a concentration, but it may not be a concentration. Wrong concentration may be there, but it will not direct or lead us to escape from this samsara. Because only a Supreme Buddha can show this path. Akkhataro Tathagata. Is it clear? If another person tries to give advice, then all those advices are ordinary advice. Is it clear? So it is very important to practice this Supreme Buddha's advice. Or if someone pays attention to his, identify the movements of stomach, is that breathing meditation? No. It is another thing. This is the shortest way. Because Supreme Buddha is the most compassionate teacher in this world. We are followers.
But sir, is there anywhere it says that you see a light in sutras?
Now, did you hear such a thing?
Yeah.
I haven't heard. Atthikāyo tivā panassa
Atthikāyo tivā panassa
Sati paccupaṭṭhitā hoti
Sati paccupaṭṭhitā hoti
Yāvadeva jnānamattāya
Yāvadeva jnānamattāya
Patissati mattāya
Patissati mattāya
Anissitoca viharati
Anissitoca viharati
Naca kinci loke
Naca kinci loke
Upadiyati
Upadiyati
Evam piko bhikkhave bhikkhu
Evam piko bhikkhave bhikkhu
Kāye kāyanupassī viharati
Kāye kāyanupassī viharati.
Now this is the knowledge he gains by doing this breathing meditation. This is a part of this breathing meditation. What is the meaning of it? Say after me. His mindfulness is established
His mindfulness is established
with the thought.
with the thought.
There is a conditioned body
There is a conditioned body
to the extent necessary
to the extent necessary
just for knowledge and
just for knowledge and
mindfulness.
mindfulness.
And he lives
And he lives
unattached,
unattached,
independent,
independent,
not clinging to anything in the world,
not clinging to anything in the world,
taking as my
taking as mine,
mind
mind,
and myself.
and myself.
This is how a monk lives,
This is how a monk lives,
contemplating the body
contemplating the body
as a body.
as a body.
Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu.
This is the breathing meditation. Is it difficult? No. What is the first step? How did Supreme Buddha teach us? To pay our attention to
breathing.
natural, normal
breathing.
breathing. Ever mindful he breathes in, mindful he breathes out. When he practices it continuously, then he has the opportunity to identify the differences of that breathing. Breathing in long, he knows I breathe in long. Breathing in short, he knows I breathe in short. Like that. Do you have anything to discuss about this breathing meditation? It is very important to understand that Supreme Buddha's teachings are not difficult, very simple. And can you remember in one sutta Supreme Buddha taught us? Meritorious monks, I teach this Dhamma having investigated again and again In which sutta? Parilayika Sutta. Can you remember? I am teaching this Dhamma to you, having investigated again and again. Again and again. Why is that? Because of compassion. Supreme Buddha teaches us the shortest way, most easiest way. So that pleasant mind about Supreme Buddha's knowledge should be developed in our life. It is called Saddha. Saddhati Tathagatasya Bodhi. Saddha means confidence or pleasant mind. Understanding about Supreme Buddha's knowledge. Are you familiar with it? I mean that the meaning.
Sir, now when you're breathing, on your breath, how do you follow the Vedana Sankara? See, Passa Vedana?
No, it is in now this breathing meditation in Kayanupassana, Supreme Buddha teaches not in detail, okay, in a short way. But there are other suttas, like you can go through Girimananda Sutta, and you can go through many suttas in Anapanasati Samyutta, in Samyutta Nikaya 5th part. There Supreme Buddha explains this breathing meditation in detail. When he passes this point, then Supreme Buddha explains, now this is Kayanupassana, related to body. Okay? Then Supreme Buddha explains, step by step, that noble disciple develops in this breathing meditation, in that mindfulness. Then he identifies feelings. Because of that development of concentration, now he experiences a pleasant feeling. Experiencing this pleasant feeling, he breathes in, he breathes out. He doesn't pay attention to enjoy that pleasant feeling, but experiencing the pleasant feeling, he breathes in and breathes out. Like that Supreme Buddha explains. Then step by step, when he develops concentration in that breathing meditation, then he has the opportunity to identify perception, Chitta Sankhara, perception, and then the feeling. Like that Supreme Buddha explains step by step the way he develops that breathing meditation. If you want to know something about it, please can you give me who can find from that rack? There is a small book called Numerical Discourses, yellow book in that rack. Now we discussed to the point that calming down breathing, he trains, I will breathe in, I will breathe out. Now in Kayanupassana, that part is related to Kayanupassana. Now Supreme Buddha explains, experiencing rapture, piti patisanvedi. When his concentration is developed, now he experiences a rapture, piti. Now experiencing rapture, he trains, I will breathe in. He doesn't stop his breathing meditation. Experiencing rapture, I will breathe in, I will breathe out. Is it clear that step?
The feeling.
Yes. Now it is related to feeling, Vedanānupassana. In Kimilasutta, Blessed One divides this. Now first part is related to Kayanupassana. Now related to body. Now from that, the next step is related to feeling, Vedanānupassana. Now he pays his attention to identify feelings. Experiencing happiness, Sukha Patisanvedi Asasissamiti Sikkati. Now he has a happiness in his body because of that concentration. Experiencing happiness, I will breathe out. Experiencing happiness, I will breathe in. He trains thus. Now, because of his concentration now, he can identify the nature of the mind. Because now his body is very tranquil, so he can identify the nature of his mind now. Experiencing the mental sankhara. Mental sankhara means chitta sankhara. Chitta sankhara means sanya and vedana, perception and feeling. Now he can identify very clearly. Now what is the sanya? There, sanya means perception of that in breathing and out breathing. Perception of that long breathing and short breathing. This is the perception. Now he can identify very clearly because of his concentration. Experiencing this perception and feeling as chitta sankhara, I will breathe in, I will breathe out. He trains thus. Is it clear? Then, because of his concentration with this meditation, now Passambhaya chitta sankharan asasisamiti sikkati. Passambhaya means calming down chitta sankhara. Now earlier calming down kaya sankhara. Now calming down chitta sankhara. Calming down perception and feeling. I will breathe in, I will breathe out. He trains thus. Now if he pays his attention to chitta sankhara, what is about that? About mind. Now Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana. So from the explains the way that 4 foundations of mindfulness is developed through this breathing meditation. In Ananda Sutta and Kimilasutta. Now this is from Girivananda Sutta. Then experiencing Chitta Patisamvedi, experiencing the mind, I will breathe in, I will breathe out. He trains thus. Because now mind is very clear. Is it clear? Because now we cannot identify the nature of our mind because of the lack of our mindfulness and lack of our concentration. Now in this breathing meditation, when he concentrates his mind, now he can identify very clearly the nature of his mind. Now this is the breathing meditation in detail. Gladdening the mind, I will breathe in, I will breathe out. He trains thus. Now his concentration is more powerful. Concentrating the mind, I will breathe in, I will breathe out. He trains thus. Can you understand? Now he can identify his concentration is developing. So he doesn't try to enjoy with that concentration, but
he's looking at the nature.
Yes, concentration the mind. I will breathe in and I will breathe out. He trains thus. Is it clear? Okay. Now vimochan chittam asasisamti sikkati. Vimochan means abandoning 5 hindrances. I will breathe in, I will breathe out. He trains thus. Can you understand? Because now he is coming to the first jhana. Abandoning 5 hindrances. Viviccheva kame, vivicca akusale dhamme. The way he comes to the first jhana. Now this part is related to Chittanupassana. Because he pays more attention to identify the nature of his mind's works. Now, Aniccanupassi asasisamiti sikkati. Now his concentration is very powerful. Now he tries to use his concentration to realize 4 noble truths. This is the way he uses it. Contemplating impermanence, I will breathe in, I will breathe out. He trains thus. Contemplating the impermanence. What is it? Where is that impermanence? Impermanence of breathing, impermanence of short breathing, impermanence of long breathing, impermanence of that feeling, impermanence of rapture, impermanence of happiness, impermanence of perception, of perceiving the breathing, all these things. Impermanence of kaya sankara, impermanence of chitta sankara. Can you understand? Now he tries to understand the impermanent nature of all these things. Impermanent breathing. When he tries to understand the impermanent nature of body, he is realizing about the form aggregate of thinking. Rupa Kanda. Why body is derived from 4 great elements. When he tries to understand the impermanent nature of feelings, he is realizing the real nature of Vedana Upadana Kanda. Aggregate of feeling, aggregate of thinking. When he tries to realize the real nature of impermanent perceptions, he is realizing the real nature of Sanya Upadana Kanda. Perception, aggregate of thinking. When he tries to realize this, the nature of working his volitions to keep his mindfulness upon breathing, he has paid his attention to realize Sankharupadana Kanda, volitional formations. Now he knows he does this everything by using his impermanent consciousness. He cognizes all these feelings, perceptions and breathing, everything using his consciousness. Now he pays his attention to identify the impermanent nature of consciousness. What is this? 5 aggregates of thinking. Now what is happening there? Now he is trying to realize suffering as a noble truth by using his breathing meditation. Let's see, then what happens? Aniccanupassya asasishamiti shikkati. Contemplating impermanence, I will breathe in. He trains thus. He trains thus. Contemplating impermanence, I will breathe out. Now he doesn't stop his breathing meditation. Continuously he is doing the breathing meditation, but he trains. At the same time he can use his knowledge to realize those things. Okay, then Viraganupassyi asasisamiti sikkati. When he develops his knowledge to realize the impermanent nature of 5 aggregates of thinking, now it is suffering. Then he realizes, because of lack of knowledge, my mind has clung to this impermanent body, impermanent breathing, impermanent feeling, impermanent perception, impermanent volitions, impermanent consciousness. My mind has clung to these 5 aggregates of thinking. That is why I couldn't escape from suffering. Because I have clung to this suffering. Because of this knowledge, now he trains his mind to abandon craving to these 5 aggregates of thinking. It is called contemplating fading away Viraganupassyi. Viraganupassyi means abandoning the craving to 5 aggregates of clinging. Contemplating fading away, I will breathe in. He trains thus. Contemplating fading away, I will breathe out. Is it clear? Now he is trying to eradicate what? Arising of suffering. What is the arising of suffering? Craving. When he trains thus, Nirodhanupassyi asasisamiti shikkati. Now he can realize, because of his knowledge about this suffering and then the arising of suffering, because of his effort to eradicate the arising of suffering, he trains thus. Contemplating cessation, I will breathe in. Contemplating cessation, I will breathe out. Cessation of what? Cessation of craving to form aggregate of clinging. Cessation of the craving to feeling aggregate of clinging. Cessation of the craving of perception aggregate of clinging. Cessation of the craving for volitional formation aggregate of clinging. Cessation of the craving for consciousness aggregate of clinging. Cessation the craving for 5 aggregates of clinging. Now he is trying to attain Nibbana by using breathing meditation. Nirodhanupassi asasi samiti shikkati. It is called Nirodhanupassi. Nirodha means cessation. Contemplating cessation of the craving for 5 aggregates of clinging. Now he trains, I will breathe in, I will breathe out. At that time, when he comes to this stage, now he has completed the following noble eightfold path. Patinissagganupassi asasi samiti shikkati. He trains thus, contemplating relinquishment, I will breathe in. Contemplating relinquishment, I will breathe out. What is this? Patinissagganupassi means abandoning the craving totally, completely, abandoning the ignorance, abandoning craving, abandoning fetters, abandoning all bonds. I will breathe in, I will breathe out. At that time when he is breathing in, when he is breathing out, he is an arhat. Now this is that breathing meditation to attain arhatship. Meritorious monks, this is called mindfulness of breathing. Is it clear? Now when he trains thus, contemplating impermanence, contemplating fading away, contemplating cessation, what is this? Which part of 4 foundations of mindfulness? About impermanent? Dhammanupassana. Can you understand? Now he has fulfilled Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana and Dhammanupassana by using one meditation. What is that meditation? Anapanasati. Breathing meditation. Now can you understand that all meditations, all teachings are directed to one destination. What is that destination? To realize 4 noble truths. That is why we learn these 5 aggregates of clinging again and again. Why? Using breathing meditation, using loving kindness meditation, using Buddhanusati, using impermanent meditation. From every meditation, noble disciple should realize 5 aggregates of clinging, suffering. Then he should eradicate the cause of suffering. He should eradicate the craving to 5 aggregates of clinging. He should achieve the cessation. What is the cessation? Liberation from 5 aggregates of clinging. Liberation from what? Liberation from suffering. Nibbana. To achieve that target, he should follow Noble Eightfold Path. What is that? The path leading to the cessation of suffering. The path leading to eradicate the craving for 5 aggregates of clinging. Now can you understand why did Supreme Buddha teach us? When Supreme Buddha explained the first noble truth of suffering, Jatipi dukkha, birth is suffering. Jarapi dukkha, aging is suffering. Vyadipi dukkha, illness is suffering. Maranapi dukkha, death is suffering. Like that. At the end of this explanation, Sankhittena Panchupadana Khanda dukkha. In brief, 5 aggregates of clinging is suffering. That is why Supreme Buddha encouraged us, if you want to realize 4 noble truths, you should realize 5 aggregates of clinging. Can you understand? Now, even the breathing meditation is directed to realize 5 ingredients of peace. So, this is not a simple teaching. This is a very rare opportunity that Lok Swami say, explain this everything using the suttas. So if you want to know about this explanation in detail, the way 4 foundations of mindfulness are developed by breathing meditation, you can go through Kimilasutta in Samyutta Nikaya 5th part, Ananda Sutta, and many suttas. You can go through about this explanation in Lok Swami's translation, Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Supreme Bliss of Nibbana. You can find that explanation. Okay, do you like to listen to a Theragatha? Do you know about Sunita? That son? Who is that son?
That's
We're from a very low caste family.
yeah.
And what was his occupation?
He's cleaning.
Cleaning the toilets.
Yeah. Sopa or
Sunita.
yeah, sopa.
Okay. Cleaning the toilets of the people of high families. Okay. Now one day, Sunita was taking that excrement of the people of high class families. Okay. Do you know about that excrement?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it good?
No.
Is it a good job?
No.
Okay. But he did that. Okay, he did that because of his power. Because he is very poor.
Poor, no.
Okay. Now Sunita, he himself explains his life. In a lowly family I was born, poor, with next to no food. My work was degrading. I gathered the spoiled excrement, the withered flowers from shrines, and threw them away. People found me disgusting. What is that word?
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Despised me, disparaged me. Other people disparaged him and didn't respect him, didn't care about him. Lowering my heart, now he says, lowering my heart, I showed reverence to many. Like a bull goes without horns. Lowering my heart, I showed reverence to many. One day, when I was carrying that spoiled excrement on the way, I saw the Supreme Teacher, Blessed One, arrayed with a squadron of monks, with a number of monks, the great hero entering the city. Now Blessed One was entering the city. Supreme of the Magadhans, supreme of that all people in Magadha province, throwing down my carrying pole of that instrument, I approached the Blessed One to do reverence, to ask for the forgiveness, because as I did the wrong thing, I couldn't go away from this road to ask for the forgiveness. Throwing down my carrying pole, I approached the Blessed One to do reverence. The Blessed One, the Supreme Teacher, stood still out of sympathy. Now Blessed One is standing at the presence of Sunita, his son. The Supreme Teacher stood still out of sympathy just for me. I paid homage to the great teacher. After paying homage to the feet of the teacher, I stood to one side. Then what did Blessed One say to Sunita? Son Sunita, now throw away this spoiled Paul. Come with me. He was very happy and he couldn't even
Think about it.
imagine about it. Think about it. Then, after paying homage to the feet of the teacher, I stood to one side. I requested the going forth from him. Supreme among all living beings, the compassionate teacher, sympathetic to all the world, said, Ehi Bhikkhu. What is that? Come here, monk. That was my formal acceptance. Formal acceptance means that was my ordination and that was my higher ordination. When Supreme Buddha says to someone like that, Ehi Bhikkhu, it is called Ehi Bhikkhu Upasampada. It is a psychic power that only Supreme Buddha has that. When Supreme Buddha says to someone, Ehi Bhikkhu, though he is there with his ordinary dresses and all those things and with hair, naturally, automatically,
Return to the monk.
yes, he gets the robes and a ball and his hair is shaved as a monk. Now, Sunita is at the presence of the Supreme Buddha. And Angulimala got the ordination like that. Only Supreme Buddha has that ability to give that Upasampada. Alone I stayed in the, now after get the ordination and the high ordination and following all the precepts, alone I stayed in the forests, untiring, I followed the teacher's words. Think about his fortune. Just as he, the conqueror, had taught me, in that way Supreme Buddha taught me, I followed. That day, in the first watch of the night, I achieved the first knowledge. What is the first knowledge? Recollecting the previous lives. I recollected previous lives. In the middle watch of the day, purified the divine eye. In the last, burst the mass of darkness of avidya. That boy was there with that excrement Paul. Then as the night was ending and the sun returning, Indra means the leader of Deva Sakka, and Brahma came to pay homage to me. Hands palm to palm at their hearts, taking their hands together, they said, homage to you, the great Arhat. Homage to you, O Supreme Arhat, whose fulminations are ended. The shackles of samsara are ended. You, the great Arhat, are worthy of offerings. Now Supreme Buddha is looking at this incident. Okay? Seeing me arrayed with a squadron of devas. Now, number of devas have gathered around Supreme Buddha. Okay? A leader of Deva, Sakka, and the Brahma. Now they are paying homage to Sunita. The teacher smiled and said, looking at Sunita, and Sunita, that Arhat, and looking at the paying homage that Devas, the great teacher, Blessed One, smiled and said to monks, through austerity, celibacy, restraint and self-control, that is how one is a Brahman. Brahman means a great person. He is a Brahman, supreme. Blessed One said that. Now, did people think that when he was carrying that excrement, he has the ability to be an arahant? No. People blamed and people hit him and people disparaged him like that. So he is from a low caste family. This is the story from a high caste family. Okay?
And he was very young, sir?
Yes, from the age of 7 became an arahant. This is the story of Anupama, Bhikkhuni, a nun. Okay? Born in a high-ranking family with much property, a daughter. Okay? Great wealth, consummate in complexion and figure. I was the daughter of Majja, the treasurer. Okay? From a very rich family. King's sons sought for me. Rich merchants' sons longed for me. One of them sent my father a messenger, saying, "Give me Anupama. I will give in return 8 times her weight in jewels and gold." Now, what is the measurement?
8 times her own weight.
Yes. One of them sent my father a messenger saying, "Give me, Father, give me Anupama. I will give in return 8 times her weight in jewels and gold." But I saw the Supreme Teacher that day. Having seen the one self-awakened, unsurpassed, excelling the world, paid homage to Blessed One's feet, sat down to one side. He, Gautama, from sympathy, taught me the Dhamma. Maybe when Blessed One was going arms round and went to that palace, and that day this incident happened. And I sat in that very seat. Now that daughter, Anupama, is listening to Dhamma. Now Blessed One is preaching Dhamma. As I sat in that very seat, I attained the third fruit. What is the third fruit? Of non-return. Then I asked for the permission from my parents. Then I cut off my hair and went forth into homelessness. Today is the 7th day since I made craving faded away. After 7 days, after getting ordination, 7 days, became an Arahant Bhikkhu. Now this is the Buddha Sasana. So we are lucky at least even to
Listen
to these situations. Today is totally, it is different. But we can develop our confidence, sadhana. Now we listen to the story of Sunita, that son, how Sunita became an Arahant. Then Anupama, that daughter, became as an Arahant Bhikkhu. Now we can share merit with our Loku Swami Maharaj. When the Gautama Samma Sambuddha's dispensation has been hidden in this world, our teacher Loku Swami Maharaj expounded this excellent dispensation again with compassion, out of compassion to Devas and humans. May our teacher Loku Swami Maharaj have the fortune to realize Four Noble Truths completely in this Gautama Samma Sambuddha's dispensation.
Sadhu. Sadhu,
Sadhu. May the leader of Devas, Sakka Deva, and all Brahmas, may all Devas have the fortune to realize Four Noble Truths, and may they have the opportunity to collect merit by supporting all these sons and daughters of Supreme Buddha to follow this excellent Dhamma with a peaceful mind. May all Devas have the fortune to realize Four Noble Truths. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Today, by offering all puja items to our great teacher and by doing the most meritorious meditation, impermanent meditation, then by chanting the breathing meditation from Satipatthana Sutta, we have collected a lot of merit. Now we can share merit with our departed relatives. May all departed relatives have the fortune to escape from samsara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all of us have the fortune to attain Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhat fruits by realizing the real nature of five aggregates of clinging, realizing the Four Noble Truths. May all of us have the fortune to experience the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Samma Sambuddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana Siddhissa Nityam Madhya Pachayano Sattaro Dhamma Vaddhanti Ayuvanno Sukham Balam Ayurarogya Sampatti Sagga Sampatti Mevacha Atho Nibbana Sampatti Iminate Samijjato.
sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Saranam Bhante, Maya Katam Punyam, Samyam Anumoditaka,
Sadhu Anumodami.
Samyam Punyam, Maya Katam,
Sadhu Anumodita.
Anumodami, Okasadvarakena, Katam Sapavachena, Kamatame Bhante, Okasamami Bhante, Tatyampi Okasakamami Bhante, Tatyampi Okasakamami Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.